so I roll it again in the palm of my hand until it's nice and smooth. And then I'm going to put it back on the marble, put my plastic over, take my thumb, make one press, then go slot. Your finger must really go, the thumb of your finger must touch the marble, right down at the very end. And then you will have a nice, beautiful petal. What we're looking for is nice petals. Now I do the same thing again. I clench the very bottom, right? And then what I will do, I'll show you exactly what I'm doing here. The very end that is left out, that we stop, we go right over, right across it, and then we seal it at each side. And that would be the second. That would be the second petal that we're putting on. Now we go to the next one. We want to have at least 5 petals or 7 petals. That's the format. So it's either you have 5 or 7, because it is vitally important when you're making flowers, especially for showpieces. The judge would like you to have at least 5 or 7 in order for you that you can receive a gold. So now we clinch it again. Right, and then we just tip it off at the side a little bit. Now we form the petal like this. One side seal, and then we bring the next side around it, not seal. So one side seal here, and this one side is open. So that's your second petal, the centerpiece. We don't call it to be a petal. It's the centerpiece, like the buds, the bud of the flower. So that would be our second petal. Now we go to the third petal. And this is very, very important when you are making your when you're putting on your flowers, your petal on the vine. It's vitally important to remember the last petal you put on, because if you don't remember, you're gonna get confused in putting on the petals. So you have to remember at all times. Okay. Now we do the same thing again. We clinch at the very bottom. And this petal was my last petal I put on. So I would come in the middle of here, and I seal there, and then I come around here and open it up. So I seal that there, then I open this one on this side. Okay. So now we're doing fine. Take another piece, cover the rest. And now we're going to go to the next petal, which is going to be petal number 4. So we do the same thing again. Finishing up now the 7th petal roses. Now we already have on 5 there. We're gonna 2 more, and then we do the same thing like before. Sorry, just overlapped. Thumb, and then goes straight down to the marble. It is vitally important to make your thumb touching the marble in order to get that petal nice and thin. And that's why it's so thin. So we clinch it again. And now we have to remember again the last petal we put on the roses, in order to put the next petal on. Now that was the last one, so we seal it here, right there, and then what we're going to be doing here, we come around here and open it up here. Seal there, open here. And then we can just curve it a little bit at the same time. Okay, and then push it on the bottom to the vine. Okay, we're doing fine. And then now we come to the last one. Now the 7 petal, it looks more thicker than the 5 petal one. As you can look at the petals, so forming around the vine. When it looks more fluffier, as you can see it. And we do the same thing again. Clinch it at the bottom. So overlap it a little bit, the thumb. then we'll remember the last one we put on, which was this one. So we come straight around here and we put the last one on. See that there? Make sure it's sealed there, right there. Push this in. This has to go straight in underneath to the vine. It's vitally important that it touches the vine, or else the petal is not going to hold. Now, what we're going to be doing here right now is just to overlap the petal. And when you overlap the petal, it makes the flowers look so beautiful. Looks pretty real. Okay, nice beautiful petal. Overlap it like that, and it looks beautiful. Now the finishing part, what we're going to do here now is just to bring it underneath here, because we're going to get rid of some of this excess dough. So we just hold it like that and just turn it a little bit on both fingers. And after that we just use a palette and just clinch it underneath here and get rid of that excess dough. And now we come to the end of the petal, 7 petal roses, and this is what it looks like. Okay, that's the 7 petal roses. So we have 1 7 and 1 5.